Hey friend, I am so glad you decided to join me today. We are doing a shoulder, core, and cardio workout. It's gonna be quick, we're gonna get it done. I'll be guiding you through the entire workout. Prior to us starting though, I wanna make sure you have everything you need. Do you have your shoes? Do you have your water bottle? You are gonna need a set of moderate dumbbells and also a set of light dumbbells. If you only have one, that's okay. We'll modify. And if you have resistance band, that would also be really helpful for today. So make sure you have everything you need and we're gonna jump right in. So for our warm up, we are going to do 5 different exercises. We're gonna do each of them for about 60 seconds. I'll give us about 10 seconds transition time while we move from one to the next. We're gonna go through one round and this is gonna warm up our shoulders, our core, our full body so that we are ready to go for today. So we are gonna start with our resistance band. So go ahead, grab that. I'm gonna start the timer. I'll be keeping track of things from my end so you don't have to stress about it at all. We are gonna start with resistance band rounds. So you're gonna hold the resistance band slightly wider than shoulder width apart, a loose grip. It doesn't need to be tight. Arms are gonna be straight. We are lifting up overhead, keeping the shoulders relaxed, going as far as we can around. Look, now if you don't have the mobility here and you get to here and you're all kind of crunchy trying to get around, just stop where it makes sense for you, okay? Whatever that looks like. Now keep in mind, we aren't hunching the shoulders, trying to make this movement kind of force it. We want it to be really natural. So we're keeping our shoulders down, going as far as makes sense. That resistance band will have a little bit of give so we can go all the way around if we can. But if you're not there, totally fine. Keep it up, we just passed halfway. Good, keep it up, be mindful of your movement here.
10 seconds.
What feels good? Good, you can put that resistance band aside, shake it off. Our next one is gonna involve our arms as well. We are gonna start with palms stacked, palms facing down, and we are swinging to open. Okay, so we come down, palms facing down, swing to open. Keep in mind, we are relaxing our shoulders as we do this. We're not hunching up. Okay, we're trying to warm up our shoulders in the correct position today. Keep it up. Feeling a little bit of a burn here now, which is good. Shouldn't feel any pinching or anything like that. So if your shoulders have injuries or if you know you have kind of issues with your movement there, just be gentle. Keep it up. Palms face down, face up. Face down, face up. Core nice and tight. We're not letting our ribs poke out here.
10 seconds.
Keep it up.
Rest.
Good, shake that out. I don't know about you, but my arms are definitely feeling it. Next up is gonna be a little bit more of a full body warm up. So we are gonna be feet wider than shoulder width apart, starting in a nice big star position, bending through the hips, reaching to opposite toe, opposite arm comes up. Opposite toe, opposite arm. So we're always coming back to that star position, and when we're reaching down, the opposite hand stays upright. So getting a little bit of a twist through the core as we do this. Core nice and tight. I'll show you from the side. Keep in mind, we are bending through that hip. Okay? If you don't quite have the flexibility here, you can absolutely bend the knees as needed. But we are trying to get a bit of a stretch behind the back of the legs as we go. Core nice and tight. Keep it up.
10 seconds.
Good, shake that out. Shake out those legs. We are grabbing our resistance band again. We are gonna start fairly loose grip here, similar to our first exercise, and we are doing pull aparts. So big squeeze across the back as we pull through the resistance band. Okay? Core nice and tight as we do this. I don't know about you, but if your shoulders are screaming like mine, take a few seconds, Shake it out, bring it right back. Keep it up. Core nice and tight. We should be feeling this in our shoulders, but also mindfully squeezing through the back. And when we squeeze through the back, we aren't lifting through the chest. We're keeping everything nice and snug. Take breathers if you need to. This is just the warm-up. It's not meant to be anything too intense. We got 10 seconds. And we got one last warm-up exercise, and then we're getting right into it. Woo! Shake that out. Good. Your shoulders are gonna get a break for this one, which is good. Feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart. Toes forward, maybe a little bit wider. Arms up at about shoulder level. We're pivoting and doing a little bit of a twist. So core's nice and tight for this. Moving our torso in the direction of our arms. Breathing through this. The hips and the shoulders should move at the same time. Drawing in that core.
Halfway there.
Keep it up. This might not feel too intense, but it should be getting the torso and the spine feeling pretty mobile, ready to go. Squeeze that belly button.
10 seconds. Well done.
Good, shake that out. That's our warm up. We're gonna dive right in, but grab a quick drink of water. Okay, so for the workout today, we are gonna start with 5 different exercises. Now this might be a little bit different to what we typically do in the sense that we are going to be counting reps for this. I'll count alongside you to keep you in your tempo, and then we'll be taking a breather at the end of 2 total rounds. So I'm gonna give you a minute breather at the end of those 2 rounds combined, but we are doing 5 exercises, different rep ranges for each exercise. So just stick with me as we go about this, and then you'll hopefully have a good idea of what's happening. So by the second round, we're just kind of cruising through together. So you probably won't need your resistance band for this. You're mostly gonna need a weight. So the first exercise we are going to start with is actually in a plank position. So we're gonna come to a plank position, high plank from the toes on the wrists, nice and neutral hips. You're gonna do a shoulder tap, quad rock. That's 1. We are going for 10. Bringing the hips back, 3. Keep in mind, nothing is moving when I do these quad rocks. 4. So you might have to find the sweet spot. 5, core tight. 6, 7, trying to keep those hips still. 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring it down, drop to the knee. Next up, we are doing Arnold presses, okay? We're doing 12 of them. Feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. You're gonna grab your moderate weight. Palms are gonna start facing you, bending at the elbow. Core nice and tight. We're bringing elbows out, pushing up overhead. Out, up overhead. So they face away at the top and then they face us at the end. 3, 4, 5, 6, core tight, ribs aren't poking out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one last one, core tight, 12. Good, those shoulders are feeling it. Take a breather, shake it out. Our next one, we are coming down to the ground. We are again going to need the slightly heavier weights if you have the option of 2. If you just have your 1 set, you're just working with what you got. Lying on your back, weights are going to be up overhead in a chest press position or at the start of a chest press position. We are doing a sit-up, arms come up, okay? Core nice and tight as we do this. Arms are straight the entire time. That's 2. We are doing 12. 3. Core nice and tight. The weight should help you get up. 5. 6. Focusing on our breathing. 7. 8. Breathe on the way up. 9. 10. 11. One last one, stick with me here. 12. Good. Bring it down, bring the weights down. You are next going to need one more weight. Okay, we are on, oh, sorry, we gotta go back down to the ground. Stick with me here, almost there. We are on exercise number 4. So we dropped our weights. Arms are gonna be overhead, legs out. We are doing an opposite leg, opposite arm tap. Okay, we are doing 20 total, so 10 per side. Lifting up the opposite leg, arms come with. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. If you don't quite have the strength to get up, you can always just lift slightly. Get the shoulder blades off the ground. 7, 8, 9, keep it up. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, stick with me, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Good. Reach. Give that a stretch if you need to. That should have felt real good on your core. Flip around. Now we're at exercise number 5. This is our cardio exercise for today. You are going to grab one weight. You may want to add a second weight the next time we do this, but for now you're going to use 1. You're going to bring the weight up to about shoulder height. Feet are going to start together and you're going to do the bottom of a jumping jack with a shoulder press, okay? So we're hopping out and in. 20 total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Woo! Take a breather. A few seconds, we are starting right back at the top, guys. That is 1 round. We only have 1 left, and then you get a nice long breather, okay? We are starting with the quad rocks to shoulder taps, okay? Take a few seconds, collect yourself. We've got 10 of these, okay? Don't worry, our breather's coming up. That should have fired up your heart rate real quick. Alrighty, from our high plank position, we've got shoulder tap, quad rock. Hips come back. Shoulder tap, quad rock. That's 2. Core nice and tight. 3, 4, 5. Keep with me. 6, toes don't move. 7, 8, remember to breathe. 9, last one. 10. Good job. Drop the knee. Nicely done. Moving on to our Arnold press, okay? Don't be afraid to just take a second if you need it. The goal here is to get your heart rate up, but you shouldn't feel like this is too crazy intense that you just you know, you feel like you're tapping out, okay? If ever you feel that way, pause the video, grab a drink of water, no worries there. Alrighty, we are doing 12 Arnold press, palms facing in, coming out, pressing overhead, 12 total. 2, 3, 4, core tight, ribs in, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there, 10, 11, and 12. Nicely done. Set those weights aside. As we come down to the ground, we are doing our sit-up with our press. So remember, arms are going to be completely straight as we do this. We are doing 12, okay? We're on to our 2 core exercises. So on our back, arms are straight, core is tight, feet on the ground, lifting up, that's 1. Okay, the weights are helping us get up, but we still want to be mindful of squeezing through our core. 3, 4, 5, 6, breathing on the way up, 7, 8, core tight, 9, 10, almost there, 11, last one, 12. Nicely done. Good job there, whether you're doing crunches or sit-ups. Awesome job. Second last exercise before we wrap up this circuit, we have our opposite arm, opposite leg taps. On our back, arms overhead, legs out. We are doing 20. I'm going to show a few variations if that was really challenging. Here's our first one, legs straight. 1, 2. Second variation, knees bent. 3, 4. Third variation, just the shoulder blades. 5, 6. You choose whatever makes the most sense for you. If you're feeling this in your neck, try taking it down a bit. Okay, there's so many different variations here. 13, 14, 15, core tight, 16, 17, 18, 19, almost there, 20. Woo! Feeling that in my core. Take a breather. If you need to, come on up as you're ready, guys. We've got one last exercise before we are taking our longer breather. We have our jumping jack with our shoulder press, okay? You can choose to do 2 weights if you want and press at the same time, or you just stick with 1. We have 20 reps here, okay? Take a breather, weights at the shoulders, legs start together. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! You did it. Good job. Look at guys, we're having too much fun. Hair's coming out. Take a breather, grab a drink. You have 1 minute. Okay, friend, now that we've done one round, hope you're feeling pretty good. You had a couple seconds to take yourself down a little bit, grab a drink of water. We now are moving into our second round. Little bonus here is we're only doing 3 exercises instead of 5. Similar though, we're gonna do certain reps. The last one will be timed, but specific reps per exercise. We are gonna aim for 2 rounds, okay? 2 rounds back to back, then after that, we're at the finish line. We're stretching out. So stick with me here. We got 3 exercises, 2 rounds, okay? First exercise, we are gonna come down to the ground. I encourage you to try a lighter weight here. And hey, if you don't have a light set of weights, you could literally use a can for this. You could use a bottle of water, whatever you want. Get creative with that here. We're gonna come down to the ground. This is going to be a bird dog. So we're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. So the weight should be in the arm that's about to be used, okay? We're gonna do 10 on one side, then 10 on the other. So in 4-point kneeling, we got the weight in one hand, lifting up, we are bringing opposite arm, opposite leg. Core squeezes, bringing it back. That's 1, 2, 3. Squeezing that core. 4, 5, 6, 7, back stays nice and flat. 8, 9, one last one. 10, good. Take a second, switch sides. Opposite hand now holds the weight, opposite leg, okay? Bringing it up, we got 10. 1, core nice and tight. 2, 3. If the weight is too hard, you can always take the weight out. 4, 5, 6. Leg comes nice and high. 7, 8, and 9. 10. Good. Bring that weight down. Standing up, we're going to grab our slightly heavier weight now. We are doing a lateral raise. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart. We've got 12 here. Feet shoulder width apart. Arms at our sides. Shoulders relaxed. Slight bend in our elbow. Lifting up to a T position. 12 total. 2. Doesn't have to be too high. 3. 4. Core nice and tight. 5. 6. Keep it up. 7. 8. 9. Slight bend in the elbow. 10. 2 more. 11. Almost there. 12. Good. Set it down to the side. Moving on to our last kind of cardio exercise. This is gonna be our timed one. So we're gonna do a minute total. Set your weight aside so it's not in the way. We are doing a mountain climber with some arm lifts. So stick with me here. You're gonna start in a high plank position. One arm comes up, one arm comes up. Couple seconds of mountain climbers. One arm comes up, one arm comes up. Couple seconds of mountain climbers. Arm comes up, arm comes up. If this is too hard, you can always tap. Okay, and if you're like, whoa, Jen, this is too much, you just take it down for a second. You catch your breath. You can even just hold the high plank position, okay? We are halfway. Arm up, mountain climber. Core stays tight. 10 seconds. Good. Bring it down. Woo, my shoulders. What about you guys? Take a breather. Shake it out, guys. We got one last round of this, and then we are stretching out. We are so close to the finish line, okay? Starting with our bird dogs, weighted or unweighted, the choice is yours. We have 10 per side. Okay, stick with me here. Catch your breath if you need to. One weight in hand. Here we go. Oops, opposite leg. 10 per side, here we go. 1, 2, core tight. 3, and what I mean by jaking the weight is just putting it aside. 4, same thing. 5, whatever you do is fine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Shake that out. Give yourself a few seconds. Switching to the other side. Back's nice and flat. We're not arching. We're not rounding. It stays neutral. 10 total. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, core tight, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, done with those. Put that weight aside. Standing up. Take a breather if you need to. We're doing our lateral raises. Grab your weight. We got 12 total. Feet shoulder width apart, palms facing the sides, elbows slightly bent. 12. 2, 3, core tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there, 10, 11, and 12. Good job, guys. Done there. Okay, guys, we're on to our last one. We can do this, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. Okay. We can take this as slow or as fast as we need to. We have 1 minute. We are doing alternating arm raise with a few mountain climbers in between. Okay? 1 minute total. Here we go. Toes, arm raise. Arm raise. Couple second mountain climbers. Core tight. If you need to take a few seconds here, that's fine. Or if you even want to just drop to a high plank, also fine. You can always do the arm raises from the knees. Take a few seconds if your shoulders are killing you. Right back into it whenever you're ready. Keep it up. See, I'm fine. I'm just dropping it a little bit. Shoulders are 10 seconds, guys. Come on now. And done. Woo-wee! Take a breather. Grab a drink if you need it. We are stretching out. You've done so well up to this point. Let's finish strong, okay? Grab a drink if you need it, then we're stretching out. Okay, first stretch we are going to do. Arm comes across. Whoa, you should feel this if your shoulders are burning today, this should feel pretty good. Keep in mind, we're not trying to touch ear to shoulder. We're relaxing through the arm, pulling across. Here's where you help your breath come down. So focusing on good breaths, helping yourself cool down. Other side. One side might be tighter than the other. Feel free to spend some time here. Totally fine. Now, when we do shoulder workouts, we have a tendency for our necks sometimes to get a little bit tight, mostly because our shoulders are connected to our necks and all the muscles associated. So the next stretch we're going to do, start by just doing a couple shoulder rounds here. Forward, back, Okay, and then ever so gently, we're going to put our heads to the side. We can use that hand to apply a little bit more tension, relaxing through the shoulders, getting a good stretch across the side. You can even raise the hand out a little bit. You might find you feel it a little bit more. Good. You can go down slightly. Might feel it in a different spot. Okay, you can gently play around with which angles feel good. Bring it back up to center. Nice and gentle, switching to the other side. Hopefully you feel your heart rate coming down a little bit more here. How did you like today? Check in with yourself. I always like to do that when I'm cooling down, foam rolling, stretching. It's just to check in with myself. How was that workout? What did I enjoy? What didn't I enjoy? What am I proud of? Okay, again, change the angle if need be. Okay, rolling out those shoulders. We're just gonna go side, gently all the way down, rolling to the other side. Now, if you have any kind of neck issues, just be really gentle here. Doesn't need to be anything intense. Coming down to the ground, we're gonna come to a front plank position. So on our elbows, okay, palms facing down, face is down, arms or legs are straight. Now you have the option, you can come to kind of a half abdominal stretch. So if that feels pretty good on your back, then stay there. Otherwise, you can press all the way up. Okay, we just spend a bit of time. Letting the shoulders push down, not being too crunched up. Good. Bringing the legs back. Legs are going to face a little wide. Let's do a nice low back stretch. Arms are straight. Should feel this all the way across. Good, and you're more than welcome to spend a bit more time there if you want. I know that's a really good stretch. Next stretch we're gonna do, come over to a seated position, nice and gentle, crossing the legs, nice upright position. One hand comes down, one comes overhead, side reaching. Okay, you can use that hand that's on the ground to support and assist. You might be able to get down to an elbow. Core nice and tight. Should feel a nice stretch all the way maybe from the pinky finger all the way down to your hip. Let's try not to lean too much, really sinking that glute down. Okay, and then you can reach, switch, other side. Good. Shake that out. Awesome job today. I am super proud of you. Let me know if you did this workout, if you enjoyed it, what more you'd like to see. But thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.